To start, I set out looking for a cool location. I imagined a large building somewhat encapsulated by a natural landscape. I first came across an interesting ice forest and thought about building there, but I realized that if I broke the wrong ice blocks, it'd be a pain to replace. So eventually, I found a simple dirt mountain area that curved around to make some type of land basin. Before I started to create my vision, I decided to look for materials. I looked out and found 11 diamond along with plenty of redstone and over 100 iron. I then created my first little hut, which held my bed and which kept me from spawning back at the start of the map. Then I worked on digging out the side of the mountain so I can just start placing blocks. I started by making a large rectangle in the mountain just to make the shape and give me somewhere to go with what I'm doing. I gave the cobblestone rectangle metal doors and pressure plates to make them open automatically. As you can see here, I expanded onto my little hut just so I had room to work and put objects I wasn't using. Eventually, I decided to make the cobblestone rectangle into a castle, and make my project about a community with different class structures. I made a nice wooden house that was decorated on the inside with windows and paintings to represent the middle class. And a simple wooden house with one window and torch to represent the lower middle. Then I created 2 dirt houses with only doors and a torch to represent the lower class. And of course, the castle represents the wealthy. After building the basic structures, I decided to add some details to the community. First, I added a community well. And at this point, I decided instead of completely destroying my expanded hut that I used as a workshop, I turned it into the castle's worker hut, complete with a garden. To the castle, I added steel bars to the watchtowers. I also added a redstone welcome mat that lights up when you step on the exiting pressure plate. I also added paintings on the walls of the corridors. At the end of the corridor, you reach a staircase that goes down into a mine. Here, as you can see, I didn't have time to decorate the inside of the castle, but the effect of the project is more attributed to the outside. Still inside, from the previous picture it shows me walking to the left where there's another corridor that takes you inside of the watchtower. There is a ladder there that you can climb up, taking you to the top of the castle. Afterwards, I created a well specifically for the castle and their inhabitants. Finally, here is an overview of the finished project. So Boakes argued that video games are a part of Rhetoric, since their procedurality involves interactivity. I feel as if that opens up a can of worms because different games can lead to many different types of rhetoric. Minecraft is a game where its rhetoric is tied around you as the creator. You can create your own rhetoric that is not necessarily tied to Minecraft within this game, as we did for this project. This game is not telling you to do anything but live, so it's up to you to create the story that you want to tell.